Hi, I'm Jelena Jensen, and you're up to your neck in the Video Outhouse.
DC Comic Book News. Is there anything more effluvient? Here's Comic Book Man and Bo.
Hey kids, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my Video Outhouse.
And we're in the...
It's time for DC News. And joining me for DC News is the man who knows everything there is to know about DC News 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Until he gets here, we got to talk to Bo.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Hi, how you doing?
Bo. First up, remember Starman, James
No.
Robinson's book,
Yeah.
the book that put him on the map comic book wise back in the 90s? That book ended, but it didn't. This is coming back with an 81st issue.
Well, we mentioned this last week, but this is a correction. When I did the story last week, I did not mention, I said that James Robinson was not writing Starman. He is writing that issue. However, kids, Jack Knight is not going to be in this. The story will take place in Opal City. There'll be a Black Lantern Starman, probably the Starman before that one. And Robinson is going to be writing a book that does not involve bringing Jack Knight in. Jack Knight is retired, and according to Robinson, living in San Francisco, hanging out with people.
Well, God bless him. He worked hard when he was Starman.
He was a very hard worker. He was the hardest working Starman in business.
Paul Levitz is taking this book over, as we've mentioned before. When's he taking it over, Bo?
Well, they don't really know.
It says right here 7.
It's supposed to have been 7 because Jeff Johns leaves the book with 6.
Yes.
So you would naturally assume that Paul Levitz would take over with 7. But they don't know when he's taking over. So they found...
Hasn't he said? I feel like 7.
He doesn't know. So they found someone to...
Maybe he's not as hot on writing a book as everyone thinks.
Could be.
I used to be president of the company. Now I'm writing a comic. Maybe that's a step down in some people's eyes. I don't know. Call me crazy.
They're going to do a story arc involving the new Krypton stuff. It'll pop up before he takes over the book. And you assume in maybe 10, 11, 12, 13. They haven't even picked an artist yet. So how the hell is he going to write the book with no artist?
I don't know. How's he going to write the book with no artist?
You can't.
Okay, well, there you go.
Blank pages and scripts.
Batwoman, the lesbian wonder. She is...
Hey, shh, on the lesbian thing.
She's still lesbian. Have they read...
she's still lesbian.
Has they retconned that? That doesn't exist anymore?
It's understated. It's like the shoes she
It's
wears.
understated to the point of why did they even mention it in the first place?
It's part of her character, but it's not her entire reason.
As I've always said, if you're not going to use it, why mention it? Anyway, she's in Detective Comics for the foreseeable future?
No.
Not at all for the foreseeable future.
She'll be gone in January.
You're out of there! She getting her own book?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Batman's taking over this book in January. She will pop up in a couple Batman series. And if they think that the book can actually work, she will be getting her own book that'll be called Batwoman.
Well, amazing, Batwoman.
But Batman, well, Dick Grayson, will be taking the book over in January.
Okay. Do you read Red Circle Comics? Do you read Red Circle Comics?
No.
Because almost nobody does, which isn't a big surprise. The person on this book, Angela Robinson, is
leaving.
Yes. I can't imagine why, since nobody's reading the book.
She's leaving the book. You'll get a one story by Mark Guggenheim, who's also leaving comics since he's working on TVs and stuff. But Mark Guggenheim's story...
What, is he repairing TVs now?
Yes, he is.
He's working on TVs.
He's working on TVs and movies. He wrote the Green Lantern script.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Well, good for him.
But he's going to do a story which introduces the Black Hood to the entire Circle thing. And then after that, the book will be taken over in February by Matt Sturgis, who at this point is writing about 5 books a month. So I don't really know if that's a good idea to have a guy who's already writing a lot of books take over a book that nobody's buying anyway.
Okay.
Maybe Sturgis has a lot of time on his hands.
George Perez is doing something with this, and the question I have is, I thought George Perez was working on a 5,000-page Teen Titans book, which he's 20 pages in on.
He's got... Well,
how is he going to do this?
A couple weeks ago, there was 90 pages. You figure he's probably got 80 more pages to do. But he has talked to Gail Simone. It's a weekend. He's talked to Gail Simone about doing a single issue of Wonder Woman, because Gail Simone works on Wonder Woman. He's also talked with Paul Levitz and President Dan DiDio about future projects. His exclusive with DC actually ends, I believe, sometime next year. He says, as far as he knows, he's going to renew it. Yes. But most of his time is going to be taken up by finishing up that Marv Wolfman Thing games, which, 90 pages to go.
Well, not that I wouldn't want to see George Perez do a Wonder Woman one-shot, but if he's working on this multi-100-page thing, which he's only less than halfway
80 pages
through,
left to do.
I mean, I don't see how he's going to be working on much of anything else but that.
He'll be doing well. It means you probably won't be seeing this one-shot until 2011.
So don't be looking for it anytime soon.
No, you'll be kind of busy.
Okay, that's
Yours is
it.
cool.
That's it. We're done. We're out of here. No more DC news. Till next time. Stop off at the store's website, though, if you want to read DC news. Yeah, I know there hasn't been DC news up there for the last couple of weeks. I've been working my way through Indian Marvel news, but it's coming back. It's coming back very shortly, like maybe tomorrow. So stop off there, check out his news, and until next time, www.myalternatereality.com. Until next time, this
Wait a
guy.
minute. Hold. Why is this Marvel book in the X room?
Problem solved.
Thank you.
Problem solved.
Should have taken it with him when he disappeared.
Until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And Bo.
saying,
Bye, kids.
what are you doing here? How the hell did you get here?
It's magic.
My God, hocus pocus, razzmatocus, you're white.
I have a runny nose, too. Goodbye.
Bye.
That will be spectacular.